Hi everyone, welcome to Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo. Hi. Hi everyone. I am going to put my air on while you come on. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. I'm back. It wasn't just an empty thing. I forgot to put my air on. You see, when you're a certain age, you need a lot of cool air on top of you. So you guys who are still in your 20s, 30s, maybe even 40s, and you don't know what it means to have hot flashes, that's what it means. Actually, I'll even say I don't have any more hot flashes because I know how to deal with them now. I sleep in a very cold room. It's always cold in the house. Everybody else has to wear sweaters and jumpers as long as mommy is feeling okay. So I forgot to put the air on. The thermostat was still on auto, so I ran there. But anyway, hi everyone to Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo. Today I have Matilda Lambert on. She is a beautiful, wonderful lady with a beautiful soul. I have bought many dresses from her. I've also bought a lot of my weave hair from her. So if you guys are looking to level up with your looks, I know I always say that women shouldn't just focus on their looks, but it's also important to focus on your looks. But purpose first before looks, right? Purpose first before looks. So this is Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo. We're rounding up what we've been talking about, entrepreneurship. Today, Matilda is going to tell us how to become an entrepreneur, an online entrepreneur in 2021. So make sure you guys have your notepads and your pens ready to take notes. Please ask us questions. We want to make this as interactive as possible. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you. We want to make this as interactive as possible, so make sure that you ask us questions. And if you have to step away during this live, if you're not going to be able to stay till the end, remember that the replay is going to be on my YouTube channel, okay? I don't have the replays for my tea times on my Instagram. It's going to be on my YouTube channel, so if you're not yet subscribed, you're missing out. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch the replay there. And then the other thing is my badges are back on, okay? So it's time to start giving me some tips today. You guys know that I have no trouble asking for money as long as I put quality content out and I put quality stuff out. I'll ask for money. Hi, Matilda. I'm still rambling on here. I'll bring you on in a second. So you guys, my badges are back on. So if you love the work I do, if you love what I put out as a creator, if you love my posts and my live and everything I do, you can buy a badge today to support me. If you look on the right bottom corner of your post, of your page, you will see where you can buy a badge, and they're very inexpensive. So it's not like my $7,000 for my coaching, right? You can buy a badge between 99 cents or I think $1.99. That's $1.99 or $4.99. So I expect a lot of you to support my work today by buying badges, okay? So is everybody ready with their teacups? I have my tea. You can see the smoke, the steam coming out of it, right? I have my cup of tea. I am ready to bring Matilda on. So Matilda, please request to come on and let's dive in and start this wonderful conversation about living in our purpose and becoming online entrepreneurs to serve the world, okay? Hello everyone. Hi. All my regulars are on here. Virginia, Dr. Folakia is on here. I think I saw Sasha Bayak. Alexandria of FW Style is on here. All the beautiful, wonderful ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if there's any man on here, but if there's any gentleman on here, welcome to my live. Okay? I also see Diamond. Diamond, welcome. Diamond is a new lady that has started following me. Oh, and I also see Oh my goodness. Heighten Horizons. I've forgotten your name. We just we just we just exchanged DMs and I've forgotten your name already. Was it Ophelia? Heightened Horizons, please remind me your name. Was it Ophelia? I don't remember. Let me see. Matilda, have you requested? Hi, Chrislyn. Oh, yes, it's Andrea. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. My apologies. I changed your name to Ophelia. Let me see. Matilda, I don't see your request. Matilda, sorry, guys. It is pollen season big time in Atlanta right now. So I'm going to be sniffling because right now I'm telling you my nose is itchy, my eyes are itchy, everything itches because I'm allergic to every grass. I'm allergic to oak trees, any kind of grass. I'm telling you my allergy test is like, I'm glad I'm not, oh, okay, Matilda. Okay, I hope there's not a glitch in the system. Okay, everybody, let's pray that Matilda can get to request to join me. Hi, Jenny MD. Hi, everyone. Okay, yeah, I know, Matilda, I know you're there, but I don't see... Oh my gosh, I don't see your request. Where's your request? Oh gosh, it's one of those days. Huh? You can't see the request button? Really? How else can we do this? Can I request to bring you on? Oh, there we go. Okay, now I can take a break from talking. Okay, come on, Matilda. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Once you put it in God's hands, right, He'll sort it out for you. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that works. Okay.
Beautiful.
Give me just 2 seconds.
It's
I had
okay.
to switch
Okay.
phones and figure out which one was actually going to work. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Beautiful.
Okay. Let me turn this all the way up.
Yeah.
All right. Wait a minute.
Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let me see. I think I need to bring mine down. Down or up? Down. Okay. Technology.
Right. And it's like when you're ready to go. I actually already kind of worked with this a little bit and it was working. And then when it was time to hit the button, I was like, I don't see the button.
I know, yeah, technology. Trust me, I have had a glitch on my Instagram for days. Apparently, the glitch I had, guess what it was? Alexandria, by the way, thank you for trying to help me sort out my glitch. Can you guess what it was, Alexandria? Alexandria is on here. I had to ask her, I'm like, what's going on with my Instagram? I can't do any DM promotions. My badges are not on. But the credit card they had for me on file was expiring in April of this year. And instead of them to just send me a message and say, upload your new credit card, they just like cut off all my promotions and everything. So
That's terrible.
I'm like, it must be my credit card issue. So I put in the new credit card and boom, up comes my badges again. I'm like, why didn't you just ask me rather than just cut everything off?
But at the end of the day, right, Instagram is a business and they're trying to make money. So they're like, let's just shut everything off and get her attention that way, which is horrible, but here we are.
Since Monday, I have been trying to get this sorted, and something I woke up early. Early in the morning is when God actually helps me solve these things. Something just came into my consciousness and said, it must be your credit card that is expiring on 4th. It's not even yet April.
Wow.
They've already cut it off. I'm like, so you guys, have you learned one lesson already today? That when it comes to your business, don't just get your money. Right?
This is
No,
true.
seriously.
This is so true.
It's so true. Look at Instagram. Instead of them sending me a message to say your card is about to expire on April 1st, please upload a new card, they just cut everything off. So of course I had to look for the solution. So guys, when you set up your businesses, get your money. There's no negotiation. Welcome, beautiful Matilda.
Thank you.
Do it.
I'm so
Okay.
happy to be here.
I know, you can't even imagine. I have been looking forward to this. You and your beautiful smile and your beautiful ebony skin. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Dr. Iyabo. You're so awesome. And I have to say, even before we get started, I am feeling the vibe of the color because you know I live my life in color. So
I know.
You look absolutely stunning.
I know. You know what? This is why I know who I'm coming up with, and I dress to be like, you know, for the vibe. See, I have my dresses all colorful.
It's matching, it's flowing, you have the red lipstick, everything.
Yeah. So this is, people are learning already just from what we're talking about. This is what we talk about. This is all part of branding, right? Isn't it, Matilda? It's all part of branding. It's all showing that, again, not that you're pretending, but you still want to lift people up.
This is true.
You want to lift people up by looking good, by showing them what is possible. By showing them what is possible, that even though you may be feeling a little under the weather or tired or depressed or overwhelmed, these are women who, they didn't wake up like this, but
this is true.
They tried to look good. Okay, Matilda, tell people about you. Let's dive in. Tell them who you are, what you do. Let's dive in.
Absolutely. My name is Matilda Lambert. I'm a fashion and beauty entrepreneur. I have two lines. One is Jules by J'adore. I'm the designer and curator for Jules by J'adore. I actually put a few of my pieces right behind me, and I'm wearing one as well. And then I also have a hairline called J'adore Locks. So, you know, I feel like your crown is definitely where it starts. So whatever your hair looks like, whether you're wearing hair extensions or you're wearing your natural hair, just make sure it looks good. And when you start there, you definitely feel better. So that's me.
You see, Matilda just told you that make yourself look good so that you can feel good. You don't have to spend money on plastic surgery. Guys, save that plastic surgery money and go to people like Matilda to help you get yourself all sorted out. You don't need, I'm not talking down any surgery. If you want to do it, that's fine. But I haven't had any surgery. I just do. I didn't get this hair from her, but 80% of the weaves that you've seen on my page, all my pictures with my straight hair, with my middle part, all that hair, most of it came from Matilda. So she, I was just going
to say that, you know, this is March, it's Women's History Month. And I think on the 8th was International Women's Day. And Dr. Iyabo, honestly, when I think about you, I think about the intentionality behind you supporting those around you. And it's like, oh, like this is what you emulate to be. So even though you're not wearing J'adore Locks, trust me, you purchased plenty. And I appreciate that because anytime someone sees you kind of in that way and connects with you like that, it's encouraging. And I know I'm going to kind of bring that back into the conversation that we're going to have today. So thank you for being someone that supports the women around you.
Yes, and you're welcome. It makes me happy. It makes me happy to support women because that's what I live for. Honestly, the reason why I'm breathing and living is because of all these women around the world that I really want to empower, and because of my family and because of my kids and my husband. Honestly, that's my purpose, and this is what makes me so happy and so joyful and just do everything. It's not like my life is nowhere near perfect, but because of you, Matilda, because of all the beautiful ladies who are signed up on this live and all the other ones who will watch, I just want you guys to do well, and I love it when I see women doing well. And looks are important, women. Looks are important. Don't listen to anybody who tells you it's just vain to want to look good. Don't listen to them. If somebody has told you that, I ask you right now to just block them. I'm not saying
I love that. I love that. You're like, block them, block the negativity, block them.
Block them because when you look at those people, I've seen some of those posts of people who say those things and actually block them because they're deceiving women. They're like, photo shoots are a waste of time. It's just a waste of money. There's no need to do this and do that. It's just what you know. Well, but life is very visual. Life is visual. You don't have to. I can take you, anybody on this live, I can take you to Walmart right now, okay, and give you a makeover from Walmart.
This is true.
I can take you to Target. I can take you to a thrift store with $20 and bring you out looking like you're some supermodel, because
this is very true.
It's not about the cost, it's about how you put it all together. Even if you don't have money for a weave, if you came to Matilda and I and we sat down and looked at you, we would figure you out. We would
absolutely. That's actually one of my mottos, is that everything is figure outable, and it doesn't always have to cost hundreds and thousands of dollars. But I think it is important for you to invest in your looks, not for anybody else, but just for yourself. Because when you get dressed in the morning, sometimes I work, a lot from home. And sometimes, like, my husband makes fun of me all the time. He's like, you're about to get on a Zoom call with people that are in jeans and t-shirts. Why do you look like that? And I'm like, it makes me feel good. He's like, you're all dressed up though. Like, are you going somewhere? I'm like, no, I'm about to have this Zoom call. But when you talk about presence, the way you dress, the way you dress affects the way that you feel. And it's part of your executive presence. It's part of your personal brand. So I think it's extremely important. And I'll share just a beauty tip, because you're rocking it and I'm rocking it as well. But man, red lipstick is so incredibly powerful. If you're wearing jeans and a t-shirt and you just slap on some red lipstick with some heels, you're good to go. Because it's just,
my older daughter reminded me the other day. She said, Mom, remember when you didn't like red lipstick? Actually, around my divorce, when I had just gotten divorced and in my 30s, I didn't like red lipstick because I thought that it made me look too out there. But obviously, it was a mindset thing at that time. My confidence level was low at that time. So I didn't want anything that would call attention to myself. I had heard so many bad words from him about myself, and I just had to work through all of that.
Yeah.
But she's like, you look so good with red lipstick. I'm like, yeah, I said, this is my season for red lipstick. So guys, everything you're feeling, all the low self-confidence, low self-esteem, I've been there, but I have overcome those things. And my hope for you is that you overcome it. So Matilda, tell the women who are on here, what is branding? What do you see as branding? What does it mean?
So for me personally, branding goes into my business, and then also me personally, not just as a businesswoman, but just as an individual, period. So branding is really just what you want people to see, like when you put it out there. So if you go on my website and you go on my page, you're going to get the same feel. When you get your package in the mail after you order it from me, you're going to get that same feel of something bright, something colorful, something that makes you feel good as a woman. So that's on the business side as far as branding. And then on the personal side, something that my mom has always said, and my mom is a fashionista, like seriously,
that's where you get it from.
That is exactly where I get it from. She'll just put any and everything together and she looks amazing. But one thing that she's always said to me is, you're a walking mannequin. You're a walking billboard. Like, and not in a vain sense, but in the sense of when you walk out of the house, like you're representing yourself. So if you're always looking, oh, I don't want to do my hair, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, then that's exactly what people are going to get. But if you put in just a little bit of effort into who you are and what you look like, then it does go a long way. And then taking it right back to personal branding, it's not just about your looks, it's also about the way that you interact with each other. Really, the energy that you put out there, that's the same exact energy that you're going to attract. It's going to be a vibe. So for example, when I met you and I started interacting with you, actually, I met you online first before I actually met you in person. Yes. And when I finally met you in person, I was just like, oh, whoa, she matches exactly who she represents to be. You know, that is somebody that I want, that your branding is, I want to see women doing well. And so you speak that, you walk that, you talk that, you put that out there. And then your personality too is part of your branding. If you're nice to people and you give off that good vibe, that good energy, then you're going to get exactly that back. And that's, for me, just on a baseline level, energy is so extremely important. So I take that as part of my personal branding to make sure that I'm putting good energy out there. And
you do with every single post, and with that lovely smile of yours.
Thank you.
You should be in a toothpaste ad.
Let's call Colgate. Maybe after this, you and I can consult and see how we can get them to write a check, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, because that smile of yours deserves Colgate or Crest or something. Okay, so the topic for today, guys, even though everything we've been discussing for the last 20 minutes is relevant to our topic, but now I'm going to tell you the topic. It's how to become an online entrepreneur in 2021 and beyond. So, Matt, what do you have to say to women? Let me ask you this question first. Is it possible to be a full-time online entrepreneur without can that be your full-time business, and can you sustain yourself and your family through it?
100%, yes, you can. But I'm going to preface by saying it's going to take work, determination, consistency for you to get there. I'm not going to give the advice, oh yes, you can do it today or tomorrow when you get into the office, go ahead and put in your 2-week notice and just say that I'm out. That is not the right way or the smart way, honestly, to do it. Gradually, as you build your brand and you build your baseline of supporters and you become consistent in what you're passionate about, then yes, it is absolutely possible to make that your single source income. It is possible, absolutely. But it's going to take work. It's not going to happen overnight. And something that I don't like that I see on social media often is people giving people just that false sense of comfort when it comes to entrepreneurship. It is difficult. It's challenging. It's hard. Some days it can be very, very discouraging. So you have to be grounded and rooted in your purpose, in your cause, in your why. Why did I start this business to begin with? For you to keep going, because there are going to be days that you're going to look around and you're like, man, why am I even doing this? Or this is not, this is difficult. But in order for you to get to the place where you can make it your single, source of income, you have to put in the work, and it's not going to happen overnight. So I don't want anyone to feel that, oh, I'm just going to work really hard for maybe a few weeks and then everything's going to be popping. It's not. You're going to have to do more than that.
Yes.
So to answer your question, yes.
Yes, and that is truth. I'm glad you added all that in. So even though it's difficult, is it worth it?
Oh yeah, it's worth it, because I remember when I first started my business about 8 years ago, there were nights when, my husband will be asleep and I'll be up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, just literally trying to figure things out. How am I going to build my website? How is this going to work? I ended up building my website on my own, and I wanted to teach myself that process of doing that, because I was like, when I grow, I'm thinking in the future and I need to add new things on there, or I need to make a change. I don't want to always have to call somebody to do that. I don't want to always have to call, whatever tech company I used to build my website to say, hey, can you add this on there? And then now I'm waiting on them. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does. So before I go to an example of if there's somebody on here who wants to do it, tell us about your journey. I caught that you said you started 8 years ago. So what made you want to work for yourself and not for somebody?
Okay,
do you still work for somebody? I don't know. Do you do both?
I do. I still work full time, and I run my business full time. But that took work to be able to get there. So when I talked about 8 years ago, those 3 a.m., nights that I didn't fall asleep until like maybe 3 or 4 in the morning, that was me literally putting in the work so that when I am at my full-time job, it can be on autopilot. And so there's a certain grace that comes with, you know, your money working for you or your brand working for you, even while you're sleeping. But that took a lot of work to get there. But just to tell you a little bit about how I got started, it's a funny story because I remember having a conversation with my husband, 8 years ago, but it really started with a bad hair experience. So I went.
How so?
It's a funny story. So there was a company that I had been extremely loyal to for years. And when I say I spent thousands of dollars with them, the receipts were there. So I had, and sometimes, things happen. As a business owner doing this for so long, I understand. But as a loyal client, when I went to them with an issue of the product and it was not $20, it was a few $100s, they were not inclined to fix it. They were not inclined to fix the issue. So I sat back and it hurt because, just as someone, like when you're working every day and then you're paying for stuff, the value of $1. And I've known the value of $1 since I was a kid. So your hair, your crown, to me, it's an investment. So I made this investment and it didn't go well. So that was the moment that I sat back and I was like, okay, I'm going to have to take a loss on this one. That's fine. But now what am I going to do about it? So I thought, I was like, this is something that I could probably do for myself. So I started doing my research. And then I started getting samples of hair extensions and trying it until I got the perfect supplier. And I was like, this is what I want to do. So my initial investment in my business when I first started was $300. I told my husband, I was like, babe, all right, this happened. I'm going to start this hair business. And he's looking at me. He's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to buy this inventory. I'm going to try it. And if it works, I'm going to take some pictures and I'm going to build my website. And he's looking at me like, where is this coming from? And I'm just like, I'm going to try it. I'm like, and if I fail, then it is what it is. But at least, I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to tell my friends about it and I'm going to try it. So I did. And then the business. And so I'm going to just fast forward to the business evolving into the clothing line. I felt like at a point the business had gone to a place where I needed to diversify and do something a little bit different because I saw something that was missing in the market for women like me. And when I say women like me, I mean women that want to feel comfortable and fab in the clothing that they're wearing that fits them the way that they want to look, whether you gain a little bit of weight, whether you're a little bit thinner, you don't need to necessarily change your whole entire wardrobe, something colorful, something fun, something the perfect length. I saw that was missing in the market on a consistent basis, and that's where Jules by J'adore was born. So that's a little bit of my story.
Yes, and you started it with $300?
I did.
Okay, so I have just a few gems here that you've been spitting out. So you and Alexandria, are your friends, obviously?
We're not just friends. She is my best friend. She is my bestie. Yes.
Okay. So guys, that is one lesson here. That's one gem. The people in your circle are very important to how you're going to end up. I post this all the time. I repeat it all the time, and I'm saying it again. That's actually the first lesson of the day. Alexandria and Matilda, and you guys know how I sing Alexandria's praises. Now this is one of the women out there that I love. I brought the 4 of them on this month. Okay, I brought on Alexandria, Marianne of Lennox Cupcakes, Yewande of Lady Boutique, and then now Matilda of Jules by J'adore. These are they're all younger women than me, but I don't. You guys probably know who I am. I don't look at age. I can be friends with a 25-year-old and friends with a 70-year-old and friends with a 40-year-old. I don't carry my age on top of my head, and that's another reason why I stay young and youthful. Some women, once they turn 40, they're like, who are those people there? Who are those young? I don't do that. So these are my sisters, but I love these 4 women, what they do. And this is why I support them and I want to show them to other women. Okay, so your circle is very important. It's not just something to say out there. It's very, very important. Because if you're friends with lazy people, guess what you're going to be? You're going to be
lazy.
If you're friends with procrastinators, you're going to be procrastinating. If you're friends with people that have scarcity mindsets, you're going to forever have that scarcity mindset. If you're friends with people who are like, I don't have money for that course, I don't have money for that class, but you keep on buying shoes and bags and everything else, but you don't have money to develop yourself, that is terrible. Another thing Matilda said, which I think Alexandria echoed in her comments, Matilda said, you have to figure out what your why is.
You
what
do.
Is your why? Because if the only reason you want to set up a business today, women, listen to me carefully. If the only reason you want to set up a business or an online business today is to get rich, you're never going to get rich. Or you'll get that money and you'll blow it and you'll just go bankrupt again. But if your reason is your purpose, to serve people, to make the world a better place, to solve a problem. Matilda wanted to solve a problem. She found a missing link somewhere with the hair problem she had, and she took it upon herself to solve the problem and make it better. That's why she's doing better today. But she has put in sweat and sacrifice, and she's still putting in sweat and sacrifice. Look at me, I'm 50 years old. I'm still putting in sweat and sacrifice. You're going to have to get off your BUTT and work hard if you want.
Very true.
Things. Yes. Let me see. Was there another? Okay. Well, yeah. The other thing you said was you're doing the business full time with your business. Would you encourage that with other women? You are a strong woman, though. Your nature, I think, is kind of like mine. You can get it all done and do it well.
And balance.
Yeah, but I don't advise women to do that because not every woman can do that. There's some women that get very easy. There's some women that are more, and this is not a criticism, some women are more fragile with their mental health.
Yeah.
They get, if there's just too much going on, it affects their mental health. For me, I know when I need to take a break. I know what I need to do. You're probably the same way. And I can multitask efficiently. Yeah. So I know you said that. So I don't want women to think they can also do it. Can you comment on that? Doing your job full time and having a business full time?
So it's definitely a challenge because not only do I work full time and have my business, but I'm a wife as well. And so I have to make sure that, hey, that my husband is good as well too. So yeah. And I'll add in there asking for help and asking for advice. Don't be too proud or shy or think that you're burdening like your circle. You have to ask for help. I remember when I first started, my husband would help me, with my business, and he still does till today. I'm just like, okay, I need this, I need that. Can you help me with this? And he's just like, all right, cool. Like, where do we need to drop it? What do you need to have, picked up? And then also make sure that you have truth tellers around you. People that will actually give you like the real and that will encourage you. You mentioned Lady Boutique. And when I first started my hairline, she was actually one of the very first people. When I told her about it, she was like, yeah, I can see you doing that. That'll work. And the funny thing about it, and I don't think it's changed because she's one of my friends as well, but she doesn't even wear hair extensions, but she still promoted me to other people. And she still, talked about like my brand and what I do just as that level of support. And then making sure, again, that you have your core group of people that are going to tell you the truth. Like, okay, maybe you're doing too much, or let's kind of work through this thought process together. But I do think that it's possible to work full time and work your business full time, but you have to put in that sweat equity in the beginning. And then you also have to tie it back to your purpose of your why. Because on the days that it gets difficult, on the days that it gets tough, if you are in sync with your why you began and why you started, then you're going to be able to kind of pull everything together and say, okay, yeah, let me continue. But I would also say being organized is important too. And really like figuring out days. Okay, today, let's say it's a Saturday, Sunday, I'm not going to hang out with my friends. I'm going to focus this time on my business, right? Because I'm working 9 to 5 or whatever the case may be. And really having that discipline and that focus is going to be extremely important if you're trying to work full time and do your business full time. The last thing that I will add is not to get discouraged, because eventually it will pay off, but you have to be intentional on a daily basis as to what you're going to do for your business and how, because it is a balancing act. It really is. And I'll be very honest in saying that, especially after us going through 2020, a lot of my friends around me and business owners around me that I admire were able to pivot and figure it out. Not everyone was able to do that. I saw some that they were like, okay, I'm completely taking a step back and I'm just freaked out with the whole pandemic and I'm not doing anything. Yeah. But then I saw others thrive. Like, I'll use Alex as an example. She decided to just put in different pieces, from belts to the little AirPod, holders and wallets and different things to diversify where her business was, other than just clutches and handbags. So I think that that's powerful, to be able to take a step back and say, okay, what do I want to do in this moment? And tying it back to your why. So I hope that answered the question.
It did. And you said a lot more than that. When you talked about being organized, what came to my mind immediately was how we use our time. Yes.
Yeah.
Time is so important. Time isn't limitless. It's not endless. How you use your time is so important. Some women, if you want to be organized, you have to think about how you use your time. What do you have to tell us about time, Matilda?
Oh, I would say that you just need to make sure that you're purposeful and intentional with your time. I was having a conversation with some of my teammates last week, and I think something came up about like, what is your biggest fear, or like biggest fear or pet peeve of something like that. And I said, having my time wasted. Good. Because I'm never going to get it back. I can always make more money, but I'm not going to get my time back. And that is so incredibly valuable to me. So the people that I spend my time with, like I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I'm this super special person that, oh, you got to get on my calendar. But if I'm spending time with you, then you're worthy of that time. And not having it wasted is so extremely important. And being intentional and kind of breaking down what your week looks like, right? So one of the things that I do is on Sundays, I look at what my entire week looks like, both for my 9 to 5 and then for work, for my passion and my business too. And then I plug and play. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to do this there. And I also use my calendar, my personal calendar, to keep myself accountable. Mm-hmm. So if it's not on my calendar, it's probably not going to happen. Like this was on my calendar today because it was important for me to be on here with you. Right. And so as soon as we set the date, I immediately put it on my calendar. That way, if anything else was to come up, it's like, oh, no, not available. And that's where that balance comes in. And then you don't walk around like a confused person. You walk around very sound of mind, very professional, while you're doing both.
Yes. Ladies, you have to be organized. You have to use your time wisely. You have to be creative with the way you use your time. It's okay sometimes to do nothing. I'm a person that advocates nothing time. Sometimes I just decide this is my nothing time. I'm just going to lay on my sofa and do nothing. It's okay to do nothing sometimes because you do have to rest. You have to breathe sometimes. But the way that people like Matilda, myself, Alexandria, and all these other entrepreneurs are able to keep functioning is they know their why. We know our why. we are organized, and we know that time is precious. Okay, so Alexandra said something here that I also asked Matilda. You can tell that they're friends, right? Because you can tell that they're like one person. But Alexandra said the same thing I said, that what Matilda is doing, which I do too. There's some women who can do it. Somebody like Dr. Jumoke, who's also my coaching client, I know she can do it as well. And it's funny, Dr. Jumoke and my birthdays are like 3 days apart. So I feel like we're the same person. I'm quite good at multitasking. I'm quite good at also delegating. So if you give me 8 projects, I can probably get all of them done well, because I'll know who to delegate to this and that, how to monitor and like manage everybody, even though I'm not the one doing it. It sounds like Matilda is like me. However, that doesn't work for everybody. So now we're going to get in, we're going to get into the practical talk now of Matilda and myself. Mostly Matilda is going to tell you how in 2021, because we're ending the first quarter of the year now, right? We're going into the second quarter. And I know in January, we're all hyped up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Here's my vision board. Here's this. I'm going to rock it. By this time is when everybody starts to get lethargic about it. So, Matilda, not everybody is like you or me or Alex and are big multitaskers. If there's a woman on here who's thinking, I'm sick of this 9 to 5. I hate my job, but I have to do it because I have to contribute to the home and I need something to be doing. But I really would like to get into this online space that everybody's talking about. How would you ask them to go by it if they don't even have a clue of, let's say it's somebody who's never even had a business before, right? And she wants to get into the online business space. Where does she start?
So this is what I would say. I love vision boards. Vision boards are great. They're very visual, but but what I also like are journals. So and something simple
sorry to cut you off. I'm a journal person. I don't
use
vision boards.
There you go.
Everything in my book. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the reason why I said journals versus a vision board I think is just like an outline of these are the things that I would like to accomplish. But I think when you have a journal and you're able to kind of write things down, you make it real. So the first thing that I would say is just bring out a piece of paper or bring out a journal, something you can always take with you. Sometimes I use like the note section in my phone and just jot down like different ideas that I have. But if you really want to become a successful entrepreneur in 2021, you really need to think about your why. Think about something that it would be great, your why, and then it would also be great if you're passionate about what your business is. Because when you're passionate about something, it really doesn't feel like work. You're having fun. You're like really, really, really enjoying it. Yeah. And it's something that it's easy for you to make room and make time for. So I would say that you should be intentional in thinking about what your why is and what your purpose is, what you're passionate about, and then simply finding a solution to a problem that's out there. That brings it full circle. So if you see, like for example, I saw a gap in clothing for women, right? Women that, in my designs, if you're a tall woman, we're gonna find something for you, because I believe when you go into the stores, right, just like a regular retail store, sometimes it's not necessarily designed for a woman that's like 5'9" and wants to wear heels, because it falls short. So I thought about that as I started to put, not all of them, but some of my designs together. Like, this really fits into a space where I know Iyabo as a woman has struggled to find, beautiful pieces that are unique, that can fit this mold. So I want to solve this problem. Mm-hmm. So when I connect with women that, may DM me or email me and say, hey, where does this fall? I'm like, oh, it falls here as far as like length. And I think you would like these other items too. Take a look at them because I designed it for you. So going back to figuring out a problem that society needs, or the people around you need, that you can actually see and solve that problem. And once you do, then you're going to create almost like a niche space for you to be able to operate in and to be successful in. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying just because one person is doing something, you can't do it too, and you won't be successful in doing that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you're intentional in finding like your space and solving a problem, then that success is going to flow. That success is going to come. That's not the only thing. So that is like part one of the question that you asked me. Part two is you need to be intentional in doing something for your business every day. If you are serious about being successful, you need to be intentional about doing something for your business every day.
Yeah.
And
I like that.
And it depends on what your life looks like. So if you are, and I'm just going to give you an example, if you work full time, you're trying to start this business, you're a mother of four, you know, and you're married and you're juggling this, you're juggling that, and you're thinking, oh, I don't have time to do something. You do. You can create the time.
Yes.
Think about it. Think about a time where if what I just described is your world and is your household, right? You have a few kids, you're working, you're married, so you need to tend to the house, you need to, you know, contribute, whatever the case may be. Think about a time when it's quiet and let that time be your time. And so that time may be between 5 and 6 a.m. in the morning, or it could be between, let's say, 9 and 11 p.m. at night. Whatever time that is, create that space just for you, and then let the people in your household know this is my sacred time, 5 to 6 in the morning. So don't speak to me, don't talk to me. If there's an emergency, call 911. This is my time, right? Like make it that important.
Yeah.
That they know, be intentional about it and make that space sacred. And I would actually say pick a time where it's quiet so that you can think and you can focus and you can be intentional. So setting that time aside, just like if you were going to take a meeting. Yeah. Right? For your 9 to 5 job. You would set that time aside, you would book it on your calendar and you block it off. Block that time out for you. So those are the two, I would say, most important things that I would have to add to if you want to be successful in 2021. Think about your why, think about what you're passionate about, and be intentional in doing something for your business on a daily basis. And then also think about a space where you find something missing and be that person to fill in that gap. And then the last thing that I would say is be authentic in who you are as a person and in your actions, because in 2021, people could read the BS. I already said that my time was very valuable, and I don't have the time or the energy or the spirit or the know-how to deal with people that are not authentic or that are not organic in the way that they move. For me, just even saying it and thinking about it is exhausting. So be authentic, like know who you are and interact with people. You know, ask them for advice. Be cognizant though, because I think sometimes a lot of times what happens is people see other people, you know, like let's say Alex or yourself that are doing well, that are doing things, but you guys are intentional with your time too. So if someone's going to come in and ask you for advice, ask you for help, please do not come and ask me for that when you haven't even figured out what your why is, what your purpose is, why you even want to do this business. Because as someone who is being cognizant about their time, that's not a good use of their time. Now, if you're coming to me and you're asking me specifically about, okay, I'm here in my business, I've come up with the plan, I've come up with this is how I'm going to execute. Can you pour into me and give me some advice as to how I can move forward, or how you got from this step that I'm stuck at to the next step? Going back to, you got to do the work. So I know that was like a long-winded answer.
Matilda, this is why I love you guys. Guys, ladies, no, seriously, this is why I love these women. Okay, when you were talking about, you know, be authentic so that you can smell the BS from far away. That is, I can smell the BS from far away. I don't have time for BS. As nice as I seem, I don't have the time for BS, and I don't have the time for fake people. I don't have the time for people who feel like they know it. I just don't have the time, and I don't take it personally. I don't take any of it personally. That's the thing. Women, don't take any of this personally. Just focus on what you want to do. This is going to be a topic for another day, because this is what I'm talking about now, about smelling BS. We need 5 hours to talk about it. So how about we postpone that for another day and come back to what we're talking about? No, but I had to point that out because I wanted to talk about confidence, okay, Matilda? You're confident. I'm confident. Alexandra is confident. There's many confident women that I know, but there are also many non-confident women that I know. Everything you're talking about is easier said than done.
Very true.
It's easier said than done. You know why? Because women just are not confident of themselves. And I don't know how else to let women know the value they're carrying around. You know, it's like there's so many talented, knowledgeable, fantastic women out there, but they don't have the confidence or the self-esteem to show up. So everything you're saying, they probably get it. They probably get, aside, they may not get the part of, don't just message people with, and I'm going to, so your first question is, what about the confidence? What about the self-esteem? They have all these ideas, but how are they going to show up and do it? They're scared of coming on social media because of something or the other, the way they look, the way they sound, the way they whatever, okay? The second thing you said was about you should already be in motion somehow. If you're going to come to me or to you to ask a question, be in motion already. There's a lady who was on here at the beginning. She may have left now, and I called her Ophelia, and I don't remember her name again. You're going to have to pardon me. Ophelia, Andrea, I forget your name. But she first messaged me on YouTube, and she messaged me with a purpose, and then we started talking on Instagram. But this lady already has her plan in motion. So when I read her message, I had no choice but to send her 3 voice notes, because I knew she knew what she wanted to do. She knew she already made a decision to sign up for my masterclass, but she had some other questions for me. I loved chatting with her just 20 minutes before I logged on. That is what I want most women to do. But most women don't do that. They come to me and they even, I don't want to use the word pretend, but I have to. I feel like women even pretend that they don't know what link in bio means. because they come to me and they're like, can I have details of the masterclass? How much?
The link is in the bio.
How much is it? When is it? Can you tell me what you're going to be covering in? And I'm thinking, no. And I know why they do that. It's because they want to negotiate the price, or they want to say, oh, it's $3.99. Oh, sorry, I can't afford it. I thought it was free. Oh, I thought it was just $25. Women, I'm sorry, I love you all, you know that, but I actually don't have the patience for that.
And guess what, Dr. Iyabo? They're not your target audience if they're asking that question.
Yes, yeah, I know. But you know me, because I reply them and I tell them, here's the link. So I actually do send them the link. And of course, as soon as I send the link, they're like, oh, sorry, I don't have the money. Maybe the next time you have the masterclass, or maybe. So they had seen the price before in the bio. So, and I'm just threw out another gem. They are not my target audience.
Yeah. Because your target
audience. And let me say something before you go on. And why I also decided to do high ticket coaching. Because I just don't have the time to deal with all of this. And now I tried out this masterclass, but it's the first and last time I'm going to do it. I don't know if you watched my video the other day, but the amount of work I've put into
it, it's a lot.
Into a masterclass where people are paying $250 to $500 for my time and expertise. I have spent a lot more time, and my assistants have spent a lot more time. Rather than my high ticket coaching clients, they just ask me 1 or 2 or 3 questions, and they pay their thousands of dollars, and they do what I tell them to do. But the masterclass, oh my goodness! After this, guys. So if you want to catch me at in a group setting, you better sign up for this, Because after this, I don't have the time for group settings. I'm going to my personal, but I'm only going to do my personal one-on-one. So I have said a lot now. So you take it from here, Matilda. We started with confidence. We started with women who don't quite know what they want to do, and a couple other things. I don't remember.
So I would say with the confidence part, you have to start with changing the things that you don't like. And I know that it's going to sound like, oh, well, I mean, it's difficult to change the things, you know, that I don't like. I'm not necessarily even talking about necessarily like physical things, right? I'm talking about like inside of you. So one of the things that I love to do is affirmations, self-affirmations, because I think I truly believe that the things that you say to yourself, that's what you're going to believe, and that's what you're going to manifest. Not necessarily the things that other people say to you, right? People that don't necessarily have a place in your life, like fleeting individuals. Don't take that on to allow that to break down your self-confidence. Surround yourself with people who are moving in the same way that you want to move, right? I'm not necessarily saying like go and seek those people out and be fake, but be authentic in connecting with those people that you feel are kind of doing the same thing that you want to do, and that energy is going to rub off on you. But then going back to, if you don't like something, change it. I'm a true believer in that. I'll use myself, you know, as an example. You know, well, maybe I'm the only one, but you know, I like to eat. So I like to eat, and sometimes, you know, like you just get and you get happy, and you know, you just start eating everything and like, oh, okay, those jeans don't fit anymore. Oh gosh. Like, what are we gonna do now? Really, like that happened to me last year, and I really had to become intentional in saying, okay, I need to make sure that I do this for me. I wasn't losing weight for anybody else. I was doing it for myself, until I got to a place where I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm happy with this. And it boosted my self-confidence. I didn't just sit in that. I had gained like an additional 20 pounds, which I don't need to be gaining anything. But, you know, I was like, I'm going to do this for myself, and I'm going to be intentional in making sure that, okay, I get up and I go to the gym. And it's so funny. I'm going to bring this full circle back to the people around you that kind of motivate you. I have one of my friends / clients that's on here. Well, she's, you know, I don't know if she's on here, but the only time that I get value out of working out is in the mornings. And so she lives in Orlando.
Yeah.
She would do the same thing as well. And so sometimes in the morning, you know, she'll post like her, you know, just went to the gym, and I'll message her, you know what, you just motivated me to get up. Let me go ahead and you know what I'm saying? Let me get up and let me go to the gym as well. Yeah. And that helped me to get to where I wanted to be as far as dropping the additional 20 pounds. What she didn't know, right, is because she was on my online circle, and I'll follow up with, you got to be mindful of who you're following and what you're taking in. But she was on my online circle.
Don't get me started.
She was on my online circle, so she motivated me. Her name is Jennifer, actually. She motivated me to work out in the morning without even knowing that she was doing anything. But because she was on my online circle and I saw the things on her feed or in her stories, I'm like, oh, let me get up and let me get my life together. That was a motivating factor for me. Yeah. And I would also add to, as far as like the self-confidence, again, going back to being authentic, please follow people who are real. Like, don't, like, I know people like to follow a lot of celebrities and things like that, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But let's get like real with what you're taking in. Yeah. You know, I tell, you know, my husband, I'm like, I don't watch the news. And he's like, please don't tell people that. I was like, no, I really don't. I was like, if I need to get a highlights of what's going on, I'll turn on CNN, I'll get the highlights, and I can be on my way. But I'm not going to ingrain myself with following, you know, news channels and figuring out everything that's going on bad in the world, and now taking that into my physical, my mental space. There's no time for it. But even the people that you follow online, if you're I'm the queen of, if I see that you're just always negative, it's always something bad, it's always something that is not moving in a positive direction, block, unfollow, so I can move on. Because I don't need to do that. I'm not able to take that in.
Yes.
So I think it's important to make sure that you are surrounding yourself, whether in the physical or online, with people who are moving in the same direction that you want to move. And if they're not, block, unfollow, even in real life. Like, it's okay, you can do that. Your mental health requires it. And to boost your confidence to where you want it to be, that is necessary and required.
Yes, 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 and yes. Matilda, I love you so much. Okay, we're going to start rounding up because I know your time is money. I still have a couple things, and you still have to show us all those things you have behind you, because every woman who's on this live today, you know I do this all the time. I have guests come on so you can patronize them, okay? So when we're done, you guys are going to follow Matilda's, both her pages. She has Jules by Jadot, right?
Yes, Jules by Jadot.
Yeah, Jules by Jadot. So can you type it? You can type it, right? Yeah, so type it.
Let me see if I can.
So she has 2 platforms, and she will make you beautiful. I have lots of her dresses and her tops that when we were still traveling, I took lots of them on vacation. I remember wearing them on my trip to London and many other places. But she has many nice pieces that are actually very affordable, very, very affordable. And like she said, they're also very colorful. She also sells a lot of weave hair, really high quality.
Yes,
hair. So what I used
to
do was, I would buy my pieces from her, then I would take it to my hair person to, to install them for me. So guys, when we're done, make sure that you patronize her. She is beautiful inside and out.
Thank you.
Just like I said. Yeah, just like I said. So you guys, online entrepreneurship, you've kind of gotten the things, a little gems here and there. You can go back and watch the replay on my YouTube. I'm forgetting what I was going to say. Okay, yeah. Matilda talked about time. I wrote it down. You guys know how I feel about sleep, okay? You know that for me, sleep is the first top 3 of self-care, okay? Matilda was right that you can, even if you have 4, 5, 6 kids at home, you can create your time, your quiet time to work on your business. She said between 5 to 6 a.m., between 9 to 11 p.m. That's fine, as long as you're still getting 8 hours of sleep, please, guys. Yeah, please. So make sure you get your sleep. If you don't sleep well, you're not going to eat well. You're not going to want to exercise. You're not you're going to be in a nasty mood. You're just going to be very not nice to be around. So please make sure you sleep. So Matilda, can you show us some of the things behind you? And guys, if you have any questions, we could possibly, Matilda, can you stay a few more minutes?
I can, yes, okay. I can.
We can take a few questions because you guys haven't asked any. If you have any questions about online entrepreneurship, please let us know. But Matilda, show us the pieces you have behind you, please.
So I will start with, I'll start with this. This is probably one of my favorite pieces in the Jules by Jadot collection. And I love it because it fits literally every woman's body. And you are going to look absolutely fab in this metallic midi. I love it because of the length and also because of the sleeves and just the cut, because like you're going to get that snatchness in the waist that every woman loves. But even just like the material, it's super comfortable. And I've styled it so many different times on my page, but it's really a dress that fits almost every shape. So this is one of my favorite pieces here. And then I'm also,
and let me just say something to women here. As you get older like me, what you said there was important. A lot of my dresses, actually, I like sleeves that fan out like that. Because as we get older, you know, even when we don't intend to say bye-bye with our arms, bye-bye for us like that.
Right.
No matter how much you work out. So I wear a lot of dresses that look like that. I need to buy that dress. I've been eyeing it for a while. I mean, can you send me the link when we're done?
You know I will.
Yeah, but Matilda said something there. Women, to flatter your shape, no matter what shape you are, make sure that your dresses either are a little bit above the knee to show some leg skin, or if you don't want to do that, make sure it at least holds you around the waist.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so those are for me, if you look at all my dresses are either short, above the knee. You can't see this one, it's above the knee, but it's just a very flared dress. But if I'm going to wear a longer dress, I try to make sure that it at least holds me around the waist. Otherwise, you're just going to look like a sack.
Yes, and this is so incredibly true. I'm actually going to get and see if you can see this one. So this was one that I designed.
Yes.
And oops, let's see here. It has pockets, which I love, but then it also has the belt that snatches you in the waist. So I mean, it's a loose dress. I actually wear it as a duster sometimes with jeans. But when you get that snatched waist, as a woman, like you always want to dress to fit your body.
Yes.
Don't just look at a dress. And that's why I was very intentional with that dress, because it fits literally. There's not a person, whether you're skinny, whether you're thick like me, whether you're medium sized, whether you have big boobs, a big butt, whatever, it's going to give you that amazing looking silhouette. So I wanted to show that. But then even with something like this that I actually designed with the exaggerated sleeve, and it's a comfortable fitting maxi dress, but still it gives you that snatched weight. Yes. And I would be remiss if I did not bring out the color, because even if you go on my page, I literally live my life in color. So when we talk about spring and fun, this is one of our pieces, but a romper. So it's shorter, but they're actually, hold on one second, let me see if I can show it. They're shorts.
Oh, wow.
But it's like a double plated, just with, with like the color blocking and like the bright colors.
That is beautiful.
Recently when we went on vacation, but I absolutely love this piece because it's so incredibly comfortable. So something bright. I always find something bright in my collection.
That is beautiful.
And let me show you this.
Is Patricia Patrick, are you on this live? Patricia Patrick, are you on this live? I want to call you out because Patricia is a dressmaker. Okay, Patricia makes really lovely dresses, but she's not monetizing it. You're coming to my masterclass. I was going to call you out on my masterclass, Patricia, but I'm calling you out today because you probably need to link up with Matilda and follow her and look at how she puts out all her pieces. She makes beautiful dresses, but
send me
them.
Yeah, you have to monetize it. I mean, and put your work out there. There's nothing wrong with whenever you get, dressed up, take a picture, put it out there. It doesn't have to be a professional photo shoot all the time. Like, use that as an opportunity. This right here, blue is my favorite color. You would think it was something else, but it's always been my favorite color since I was a kid. So this here, let me see if I can stand up and show you, comes in 2 different colors. It comes in this gorgeous blue. This is our Santorini maxi, and then it also comes in a pink color as well. This literally is probably just one of the most comfortable pieces that you will ever own, and you can add a belt to it to again in your waist, or if you're at the beach, wear it as a gorgeous maxi and slay your vacation. Literally, like, turn it up on your vacation. Take that as your moment to shine. And then the last piece that I wanted to show, is this dress here. Exact same design as what I'm wearing, but just a different pattern. And I just love this.
Sexy.
Yeah, so, and then we also have, of course, not just the hairline, but we have accessories as well. I was on Alex's live yesterday, and she was showing these earrings that she loves so much. So these are our Gem of Bangkok earrings. And I just love like a good tassel earring because it just makes your outfit pop. So it's a color, makes your outfit pop, and you can just, style it up or style it down. And then of course the ones that I'm wearing here, we have these. And then if you're just looking for something to kind of dress up your evening gown or your outfit, we have things to kind of fit that mold too. And these are just another one of our tassel earrings. And then something that I did add, because I had a lot of people commenting on a picture that I took, I think it was sometime in the summer, are like just gorgeous, fabulous sunglasses. So I added these to our collection sometime last year, but just fun, super
I
fun
love those cat
sunglasses.
eye ones. I love cat eyes.
Yeah, so these
Yes.
are like
Oh
gorgeous cat
wow.
eyes. You know, you can wear it and
Oh
just
wow.
beach or, you know, slay your
Yes.
vacation, or even just if you're going out, like they're super, super cute sunglasses. So,
Yeah.
you know, something fab just to kind of spice it up and shake things up a little bit. But yeah,
Do
but
you
those are
ship
some
out
of
of the country? Because the person here saying she loves your earrings, she's in England. Oyinda Mola is in
we
England.
do, we do. Shipping may take a little bit longer to England, but yes, absolutely. I have a lot of clients actually in London.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we definitely do ship out of the
Yes.
country.
Very nice. And one thing I want to comment again, I put it in my YouTube videos about the kinds of clothes women should wear. Notice something about something that was common to all of Matilda's dresses. They all move.
Yes,
They all
they
move.
do. They
Yeah.
do. They
Tell us
do.
about fabric that moves. Why is it so important?
Because you know, when it comes to comfort and style, that's the synergy that really creates the Jules by J'adore line. So I really think that it's important as a woman that you're not always so restricted. Everything doesn't have to be so tight
Yeah.
and so fitted. And I mean, there's a time and a place for that, but it's not going to be all the time. I really found my niche in dressing women who are women who want to dress and feel beautiful and comfortable when they step out.
Yeah.
So, you know, picking pieces that, hey, it's just, you can tie your belt to it, or versatile pieces are so incredibly important to me, because I do not believe in wearing an outfit one time.
Yes.
That is literally a waste of money if you're buying outfits that you can only wear one time. You have to get your cost per wear out of the outfit. So
Yes.
when I select pieces, I think about, or when I curate or design pieces, I think about what can women wear all the time, not
Yes.
just once. I don't want to just see you in this dress once. I want you to have it in your closet and have it be like a go-to item or a go-to piece.
Yes.
There is one more thing that I wanted to add about entrepreneurship in 2021. You know, just with everything just being the way that it is, right? It is so incredibly important, not just to build your following and your platform online, but also offline too. So if you're building a brand, you need to have a newsletter where people can sign up and you can communicate with them often, right? And you need to make sure that you're being consistent in that communication. That way they know what's going on. There are actually sometimes that I send things only to the people that have signed up for my newsletter, and they get an opportunity to either get their size in a particular item, or, you know, hit that sale first. They get the opportunity to get that firsthand touch. So if you're an entrepreneur in 2021, you need to have a website. You need to have a way to connect with people, not just on Instagram or on Facebook, but offline too.
That is
And
so
then,
important. Yeah, because
yeah,
actually your followers on Instagram don't belong to you. They belong to Instagram.
this is true.
Because if anything happens today and Instagram decides, okay, we're shutting down, we don't want to do Instagram anymore,
What are you going to do?
1,000 people are gone. But if you have a newsletter, those people are still in your community. So honestly, that was vital information you just gave out to people. Tell people this last thing, then we'll finish. Why is it so important to show up on social media if you have a business? Some people think they can just have a business and just post text and not show their faces. It's not
because social media literally is where it is at. Every single business has a place on social media, because that is where people will sing your praises. That is where, like, if you have something good, people will be able to share it, and it'll start reaching people from all around the world. And you need to make sure that you're consistent while you're showing up, because it creates that connectivity, and it allows you to be able to grow your business organically too. So you can't have, even I can think of from a chef to a realtor,
everybody,
you need to be on social media.
Yes.
Like that is where it's at, and you need to make sure that you're engaging with the people that are engaging with you too. So if you really want to take your stake, take your claim, even in this entrepreneurial world, you need to make sure that you are showing up on social media. I even think about people, for example, that don't necessarily have like a product, quote unquote, to sell. Let's say they're a public speaker or whatever the case may be. They don't have that tangible product to sell. They're still showing up in their personality on social media. Yes. And that is extremely important. And the awesome thing about that is you would be surprised the opportunities that will start coming your way. You think that you're going to start, let's say, a clothing line, but then people start reaching out to you to speak at an event, yes, to host an event, to represent their brand. So it's really super important to make sure that you're showing up on social media for all of those reasons and reasons above that. But yes.
Oh, Matilda, there's a question for you there. Can a broadcast list or telegram work like a newsletter? I don't even know what those mean.
I don't know if a broadcast list. A broadcast list to me sounds like a newsletter. I'm not sure what a broadcast list is.
Yeah, and but Telegram I thought was like more old fashioned. Like Telegram I thought was Telegram, like cable. I don't know what Telegram is in this day and age. When I was younger, there was Telegram and cable, which was an old way of communicating. But
whoever that is, they can
on WhatsApp. Matilda, she said it's on WhatsApp.
It's on WhatsApp. I'm not sure about that particular platform.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, she said it's like WhatsApp.
It's like WhatsApp.
But Healthy for Life Steps, the easy answer to it is you need a mailing list. You need a newsletter. Even if you have your broadcast list or Telegram, and we don't know what it is because I don't use WhatsApp that much, you still need your websites and your newsletter. It's super important. Okay.
And here's the thing. The thing also is if it's like WhatsApp where you can just kind of mass send people messages, some people could find that very annoying and they could just block it. If they're not sure, maybe if it's a number or something that's just sending them things, that can be a value add to your newsletter that you send out to your mailing list. Because those people on your mailing list have given you permission to be able to send them messages.
Yeah.
So if you now have, let's say, a broadcast list, that should be in addition to your mailing list. The mailing list, I think, it's extremely important to help to create connectivity.
Okay, so the questions are coming, but Matilda, we promise you we're all going to buy from you today. So
yes, I'm ready.
All the people on this live are coming to your page. I'm speaking on their behalf because I'm going to start first. I'm buying that first gold dress you showed. Yeah,
awesome.
I may even wear it next. Will I get it before Easter Sunday? It's my husband's birthday.
Absolutely. Yes, you will. You will. I'll send it out to you.
I have to look sexy for my husband and his birthday.
There you go. See, and you said what did you say? So you have to look sexy for your husband's what?
His birthday.
His birthday.
Yeah.
Be intentional. Yeah. Be intentional. It's so important to dress up and show up and look good for the people that you care about. Like, yes, I think that's important. Buy a dress for your husband's birthday. Why not put that intentionality in there? And you can be like, oh, okay, I like it.
Yeah, sexy for my husband. I like it when he spanks my bottom.
There you go. Exactly. You are so still a newlywed. I love it.
I hope there's no kids on here. And if they are, sorry, my apologies. Okay. All right. Let's answer this question. Okay. Heighten Horizon says, how do you feel about an entrepreneur connecting a podcast to their business?
Oh, I think that's awesome because it gives you an additional platform to be able to talk about your business. And then the great thing about podcasts is unless if you plan on just sitting there and talking to an audience like all day, you have the opportunity to do something like Dr. Iyabo is doing now and invite other people on there that helps to create more connectivity. So I think that's an amazing idea.
Yeah. I think every woman should either have some kind of speaking somewhere. If you don't speak a lot on your platform on social media, you should have a podcast or YouTube. Because speaking is that gift. What we're doing now, it will take you places. I say it all the time that what is the one personality trait or that one tool that will help you make money and will help bring opportunities to you? It is getting confident with speaking. Whether you have a program like this or you have a YouTube or podcast, women, we have to master speaking. Okay. And if I can do
Absolutely.
it, you can do it, because I'm the shyest person of all time, but I've broken out of my shell. So yeah, yeah. So I think that's it. People are laughing at my joke. Yeah. It's nice when your hobby spanks your bottom. It's nice.
It is nice.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
it is. Anyway, guys, love you all. The replay will be on my YouTube channel. Matilda, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, women, please, everybody, just go from here and like and follow her pages, both her pages. And please look at everything she's selling and do something special for you. Buy something special for yourself for this spring, okay? Show
Yes.
up, look sexy, elevate that look, take some nice pictures to post on your platforms, and start working on those online businesses. Do
Yes.
not message Matilda unless you already have a plan. If you
Yeah.
once you're already in motion and you just have a quick question for her, then message her. She may be able to answer you, I don't know, but I hope I'll see all of you at my live masterclass. Thank you all so
Absolutely.
much. Thank you, Matilda.
This is fun. This was fun, Dr. Iyabo. Thank you so much for having me on today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. See you all soon. Take care. But oh, I didn't even know Marianne was here. Marianne, how are you, Marianne? I didn't even know you were here. Everybody, it's Easter Sunday next weekend. Go and order your cakes from Marianne.
Yes. I just had some for my husband's birthday that, you know, we took a little vacation, and every single celebration starts with Lennox cupcakes in my household.
In my house too. In my house too. So get your dresses and earrings and sunglasses from Matilda. Go to FW Style to get your bags, and then go and get your cakes from Marianne. And then come to me for coaching and for the live masterclass. We have you all covered.
Yeah,
Anyway,
absolutely.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.